hear lots of people complaining about treadmills. And at this point, I feel like it's just something people complain about. So if you're struggling for consistency in running, I think treadmills can be your saving grace. I've had 1 or 2 treadmills here in the studio in my gym area for probably 15 years. And I had 2 side by side for a very long time so that I could run for 4 or 5 hours and have my family run, walk next to me and spend time with them that way. But if you're struggling for consistency in getting outside due to snow, weather, heat, rain, whatever it is, right now I have like 5 inches of ice on the ground. You can't run outside. What are you going to do? I hear lots of people complaining about treadmills. And at this point, I feel like it's just something people complain about. Like people that are non-runners complain about running, about how much they hate it and it's just ridiculous and it's miserable. I feel like runners do this unnecessarily beat up on treadmills, which are a fantastic tool. Honestly, during most of the winter months, I run more on a treadmill than I do outside just because of convenience. And I'm going to talk about some of the things I think are better about treadmills than running outside. And hear me out. Let me know your opinions. Number 1, again, 0 excuses. As a busy father of 5 with a full-time job, a YouTube channel, I didn't always have the time to go out and run, go out to the trails. Going out to the trails is an extra half an hour, at least on top of the time I'm running, and it's just time I didn't have. And I felt like I was being pulled away from my family. I felt my family, more specifically my wife, felt maybe I was being a little selfish and taking up a lot of time training for ultramarathons. So I spent a lot of time when my kids were younger running late at night. Now it's not ideal, but it's there. I can get on it at any time. Safe. It's safer than running outside. It really is. I've never been injured. Knock on, let me find some wood real quick. I've never been injured on a treadmill. I can run safely without worrying about my step, what's going to happen. I don't have to worry about being hit by a car. I don't have to worry about any of that, slipping on ice. I don't have to worry about that. I can run, not pay attention to what my feet are doing because I run so much on a treadmill. I'm used to it, so I'm not worried about falling. And it does have some of its perils if you don't pay attention on a treadmill. But overall, I think it's an easier, healthier way of training without, especially if you're risk at falling. Some people a little more clumsy than others. It's definitely safer, in my opinion. Easier on the joints, without a doubt. This thing has a lot more give to it. I can kind of tension up the platform on it and make it a little more like the road with my very thick running shoes. The Sky 9s, the Mizuno Sky 9s, love them. On top of that platform, it's like running on a cloud. I know it doesn't replicate the ground, but getting in lots and lots of miles, especially as you're getting older or if you're starting off, it definitely helps with the joints and the soreness while you're getting yourself in shape or while you're getting older and you don't need to beat up the joints anymore since we've been dragging these joints around for some of us almost 50 years. Next, consistent pace. I can set pace on that and just mindlessly follow it. Outside here, I can't run for more than probably 100 yards without hitting a hill up or hill down. I have very sharp climbs and descents around here. So if I'm trying to go run for a pace, it's impossible when I'm outside unless I go to a track. And I don't always want to go to a track. But here, I can, if I need to do a tempo run at a certain time or whatever, usually I'm doing rate of perceived effort. But if you're looking to do timed things, it's really hard, at least where I'm at. Some of you may have some flat ground out there. Some of you are in the mountains where it's maybe flat on top of the mountain. You can find some flat areas, but it's just not something that is convenient for me or really possible to run outside. So I like the consistency of being able to go on there and run for an hour, hour and a half and not have to worry about where I'm stepping, safety, getting hit by cars, and I can just run a consistent pace and I don't have to worry about, well, is my rate of perceived effort hiking up this hill the same as or equivalent to running an 8-minute mile? Like, I don't have to worry about that. It makes it much, much easier. Mental toughness. And I think this is where most people have an issue. It's not easy mentally, and I think most people don't like that. I use this since the beginning of my ultra training. It used to be pointed at the wall, directly back here. No TV, no phone, nothing. I would run for hours staring at a wall. And it prepared me for those long, lonely miles out on the trail and ultras where you had to kind of deal with what was going on in here. I didn't have distractions. And it's very good to train mental toughness. And I think that's where most of you who have a serious problem with this, it's that area. And we can make arguments. You're probably an ultra runner if you're watching this. You may argue with me. You may just think it's dumb or you hate it. But really, if you get down to the crux of why, it's because it's mentally hard to run on this thing. I've run 3 50Ks on this. I've live streamed 7 hours of me running a 50K on this when I came back in 2020. It's on this channel if you want to check it out. And I've run 2 more since then. Not since then. I think I did one before that and one after. I've run multiple marathons and then hundreds of long runs. 2, 3, 4 hour, 5 hour runs. I've run on that more than I can even count. And I don't even think about it. Like, I don't think about it. Do I enjoy running on the trail? 100%. If I had a trail up my backyard and I could get on that at any time, that's where I'd be most of the time. But that's not the most convenient thing. I got probably a trail that's 20, 25, 30 minutes away from leaving my house to getting on the trail. That's not always convenient. It's not always open. It's not always light out. It's just a lot of factors that come into play there. So mental toughness, it will train that. And if you can push through it and learn to love it again, it's with anything with running, like you need to learn to change your mindset and stop complaining about it and just do it. And it's much better. I don't even think about it now. It's just a run. Whether I'm running outside, I'm getting on here, I run it and I'm fine. Yesterday I ran an hour tempo run on that. Day before, I think I ran an hour and a half on it, 2 hours on it. Like, I don't even think about it. I don't dread it. I don't complain. Just be positive. Be positive about it, and it's not that bad. Also, people complain that it's not the same as being outside. Yeah, it's not. It's constantly moving for you, but I set mine on 2%. I usually run between 2.5% to 3%, if not higher, all the time. If I'm running an hour and a half, I'm probably getting 500 to 1,000 feet of climb on this. It's just what I do. And to me, I feel like I'm working harder than I would be outside because I'm running. I'm not power hiking on this. I can do it at a grade where I can still run through the hill. And when I run outside, it's much easier to me. So again, how you frame it mentally and what you do on this is what matters. You can make it what you want. You can make it a workout, spin it positively, and realize that this thing is available 24/7. If you're lucky enough to have one in your house, it's available 24/7. There's no excuse for you not to. That consistency will build discipline. That discipline will bring longevity, and it will bring a positive mindset and getting in the work no matter what. There's a lot of times I don't want to run outside. When it's 11 degrees, I don't want to run outside. I complain more about the stuff I have to deal with outside than I do getting on this. So if I have to go run and it's raining and I know I need to rain, I go run in the rain so that I build that callus on my mind to not complain. I don't get to pick what it is on race day. I don't get to pick my weather. You got to run through it. So if you need to run on the treadmill, be positive about it. Callous the brain. Stop complaining about it. Treadmills are a really good tool. If you're lucky enough to have one in your house, now I could see if you have to drive to a gym to run on the treadmill, you have more of an argument with me than that. Yeah, that's tough. You might as well just go run outside. But if your gym's open 24/7, you can go get on it and you can't run outside. You don't live in an area where it's safe to run outside, especially if you're a woman and you live in a city and you maybe don't feel safe, you don't have a running partner, or you live in a very rural area where the weather is bad and maybe it's not safe. Let me know your opinions in the comments. I'm sure runners are not going to have any opinions. We're such a quiet type. I appreciate you. Okay, this is all tongue-in-cheek. Everybody take it easy. It's okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Why don't you go click here and I'll see you in the next video.